Well, hello and welcome to our front yard garden here in the South Carolina upstate. This is episode 21 for 2025. It's July 18th of 25, and as you can see, it's a beautiful morning here. It's a Friday morning. Clear skies, probably right around 80 degrees right now, and just about perfect weather for a garden tour. And that's what we're going to get started with. So as always, we start in our mailbox bed, and we're going to take a look here at all the zinnias right off the bat. They are it's full of color, multiple colors here, and as you can see, kind of mixed amongst those are the morning glories. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to get out here early in the morning, so that we could see those before the sun hits them and makes them go away. Beautiful purple flowers mixed in. These have kind of taken the place of our clematis, which were growing up on the mailbox bed in past years, but we don't have those now. We got rid of them because they were just not doing too well. We're going to replace them next spring. But in the meantime, still have a few phlox back in here, those smaller red flowers, and lots of butterflies, even though it's early in the day. Actually, probably more moths than butterflies. You can see one here really going crazy, trying to get as much pollen as he can. And so we'll move on. Come on up to the house here. We've got this little triangle bed. I finally was able to get some of the weeds taken care of. Unfortunately, in this bed we have kind of a mixture of things. We have grass growing up amongst other things. We've got these creeping phlox here, which don't do anything at this time of year, so they just sort of sit there, and this bed is not terribly exciting. And then of course we've got our petite knockout rose, which I won't say it's completely done for the year. It's certainly peaked in the spring. It's getting a few flowers on it here and there, but I haven't really deadheaded it or anything else, and haven't even fertilized it. But it continues to do well. Usually late summer is not its favorite time of the year, but it'll come back next year for sure. We got more zinnias over in here. We have some liatris, which we've shown those off. They peaked about 3 or 4 weeks ago. These tall stalks, purple. You can still see a little bit of purple on this one. The others are just about done. These are bulbs that we put in probably 2 or 3 years ago, and they've done very well and spread out nicely. So I would recommend those. And then all of the zinnias that you're seeing were all planted by my wife in little coffee cups, just the seeds back in the spring. And all of them are roughly at this point close to 3 feet in height, and they'll continue to grow. They get a little more spindly as the year goes on, but they'll continue to put flowers out until really probably September, maybe October if the weather is cooperative. Over in here, certainly with some more zinnias, and then some black-eyed Susans looking really nice. These have just come up on their own. We had a bunch in the backyard, and just have managed to spread just by the hand of nature up here to the front yard now too. And we've got a lot more over in here that will continue to come out as the year progresses. Now this plant here is a dahlia. This is a dinner plate dahlia. This has been out now for a couple weeks. We saw this same flower last week, and it's still doing well. Unfortunately, these things get so big that the plant gets top heavy and they lean over, but it's worth it for the color that you get. And then we have the Russian sage here, these more delicate purple flowers. And then as we continue along, a lot of things that are finished up for the year already, irises and Asiatic lilies and so forth, and certainly our clematis and climbing roses up in here are done for the year. So we'll move along over into this area where our hydrangeas are also unfortunately done. They're kind of slowly fading as time goes by. They were bright pink, or about 6 weeks ago, and now just kind of fading. Eventually they'll just go to kind of a brown color, and they'll stay on there all winter until falling off next year sometime. And then over in here we have some blue ones. We had a couple here. I think it was this one that was just peaking last week, but most of them are done, and these will continue to fade for the coming through the coming weeks. And then I'll show off our little citrus grove up here. These need a little bit of water, but they're the one lemon tree that I've got, this one right here, it was like $15 at I think Home Depot last year, and it's the only one that does have a lemon growing on it, about 4 inches long. Its growth has been really slow here lately. I've got 2 of them, not doing a whole lot. We've got 3 others that have put out some flowers, but none of those have been fertilized, so we're not having any other fruit right now. And then of course we have an orange tree. I show this off every week, and this has been growing for about 4 years, but has not put out any flowers yet. My guess is it probably won't. This is a lemon tree. It's also been growing for about the same amount of time. This one did put out some flowers, but again, it never got any fruit off of it. Both of these kind of struggled over the winter, but they're doing okay now. They're putting out some new leaves and so forth, so hopefully they will come along at some point. But I'm real excited about the 2 lemons we've got here, because hopefully they will turn yellow soon and give us a little bit of fruit, a little bit of sour taste. Don't know, I have no idea if these are good lemons from an eating standpoint or cooking standpoint. I just know that they're Meyer lemons, which are supposed to be pretty good. They're also supposedly pretty, I want to say they usually put out a lot of flowers and a lot of fruit. So time will tell. This is not exactly the best time of year for citrus flowers, but we'll see. We've gotten them at strange times through the year in the past, so I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. Over here, this area is pretty much done. So is this bed. The front yard, really, other than the zinnias, isn't showing a whole lot right now. We've got our hostas back in here. They already have flowered. Got a couple more hydrangeas here that are now just about done, and then azaleas and viburnum. Those are spring flowers. Our butterfly bush over here just about finished for the year, and then our knockout roses here in the front, they're about done as well. And I would say kind of the same thing for this bed. Usually we've had up until this week we've had a lot of color to show off, but not so much right now. Got some dahlias here. These have always struggled. We've had these in for several years, but they just have not really done that well. This one is putting out more flowers than usual, but they've always struggled to open up. They get this brown sort of stuff around the flower buds, and they never fully open up. So I'm not quite sure what the issue is there. And over here, a little bit of phlox, still blooming. Those have always been kind of hidden in the back because we've got so many things around it. We do have a little bit of color here with some zinnias, and then in the background the knockout roses, red, pink, and coral color. We do have a couple lilies just finishing up. I think these are the last couple on this plant. In fact, the last 2 in the front at all. We had daylilies that were blooming earlier. They're all done. Let's see, what else do we have here? Monarda, just about finished. I see one that's still blooming, and that's about it. If you've seen some of our previous videos, this area was full of red flowers just a couple of weeks ago, but it's just about finished. So, our front yard is just kind of at that point now where really about the only significant color is the zinnias and the black-eyed Susans. There will be some other things coming out a little bit later, but for right now, that's the main source of colors. So we're going to do our backyard garden here in just a second, and there's a little more to see back there, but hope it's sunny wherever you are. And until next time, happy gardening.